Notre Dame trying to overcome all of these injuries again. Hurt on defensive side of the football last year. And we'll see what Notre Dame has in store today with DeShone Kizer and the Irish, who will get their hands on the football first. Harrison Butker to put it in play for Georgia Tech. Amir Carlisle stands back at his goal line on a beautiful hint of fall day at Notre Dame Stadium. And the Irish will come out to start with DeShone Kizer at their own 25.
Fuller is his big play guy and the guy he will lean on in crucial situations. His managing the run game is imperative early in the game for him.
He begins with C.J. Prosise to his left. And Kizer to the air at his first play of the game, and it's complete to Alize Jones. Again with Durham Smythe out for the season at tight end. And here out of the backfield is C.J. Prosise making his way across the first down marker. And the fans love it as Notre Dame moved him across for the first down.
Look at this rugby scrum at the end of it. Nice patience, step up through, and then everyone's standing vertical, so the O-line gets behind and just starts pushing and driving, keep your feet moving.
Interesting to chart the number of carries by Prosise today. 155 yards last week and a very busy day against Virginia. And this is the first run for Kizer, who gets it across the 40, brought down by Adam Gotsis. All the coaches and his teammates talking about how poised Kizer was last week in the heat of it in that final 2 minutes to pull it out. Here's Prosise again to the left. Short of the first down, will bring up third and about 2 or 3. Their own 45, opening series of the contest for DeShone Kizer in his first start. And we've got a flag on the play and some movement up front. Is that
8 offense? 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
Quick drop and the quick completion. It's going to be short of the first down to Will Fuller. He's had a couple of kickoff returns for touchdowns in his career. Tyler Newsom, who has shown a big leg this year. Not particularly that time as Golden comes up the field at the 22 and is run out of bounds just at about the 30-yard line. Used to it, but here we go with a spread option and Justin Thomas, who keeps it, and then he pitches to his A-back, Roderick Snoddy, and that's a good little precursor of what we're going to see. At least in the first series or few plays for Notre Dame as they kind of try to get used to it. This is the big B-back, Patrick Scove. So on 3rd and 4, we'll see what Paul Johnson and Justin Thomas draw up. And you can see that Thomas wasn't comfortable with what he saw, and he calls an early timeout. That's on 3rd and 4. And he wheels it out to the right, pitches at the last second, and Notre Dame had that one figured out. For Notre Dame, you saw the graphic we showed you how often Georgia Tech scores on its very first possession. That is a poor punt by Ryan Rodwell, which bounces out of bounds at about the 35-yard line for the Georgia Tech offense.
It was the first true 3-and-out for that offense all year.
So Kizer sets up with Prosise behind him at the 35 for his second series. The fake to Prosise, wheels to his left, ball complete, close to the first down. It's Alize Jones
playing tight end.
Second and short. This is Prosise, picks up the first down, close to midfield. It really is about as good a start as you could ask for Kizer. He gives it to Prosise again, so Prosise breaking a tackle and getting loose for another first down inside the jacket 40. Now we can't continue to just give it to Prosise play after play, so Josh Adams now in at running back. Kizer fakes to him, goes up top, and unable to make the one-handed grab was Jones for Notre Dame. Second down and 10. Kizer wheels to his left, and down he goes, and the ball is loose. Still loose, and Notre Dame falls on it at the 45.
Lean.
Intentional grounding. Number 14, offense. No receiver, eligible receiver in the area. The penalty is a loss of down. Spotted the pass. Third down.
Out to the right for some reason, holds on to the ball, and here comes Gotsis right on him. I guess you can call that a throw. His arm went forward. He was
dating back to last year's bowl game. Almost one there. Kizer's going for it all down the sidelines deep, and it is Will Fuller again for a touchdown. game winner with 12 seconds, and he lights up the board here with Fuller to open up the scoring.
One-on-one with Milton. Milton gave plenty of ground, spins his hips. The coverage wasn't terrible, just Will Fuller has such speed, he blows by him.
In the first 2 games, now he's got 5 on the season, and Justin Yoon, the freshman kicker, just bangs it off the right upright. It just squirted in to make it 7-0. And Will Fuller, 15 touchdown receptions last year. Kaiser finds him again to make it 7-0. Notre Dame, 8:20 left in the first. Down catch. Kaiser says we don't plan it that way, it just kind of happens. And it happened again. Golden's going to be able to take this one out from the 5. And he is up to the 25-yard line. And he gives it right up the gut to Scove. Gain of 3, 2nd down and 7. Thomas keeps it, pitches it. And this is Quay Searcy. And Notre Dame getting a feel for this offense, at least in the early going. Brings up 3rd down after a gain of 4. Thomas, incomplete. And that'll bring up another 3 and out for Notre Dame's defense.
Quarterback and pitch on every play so far.
So another punt for Ryan Rodwell, who just had 3 punts in the first 2 games total. Georgia Tech with that offense just does not punt very often. John Kaiser said, "I'm going to win this game, Coach." He said, "Really?" And he went out and he got it done. Procise with a carry, nowhere to go as he is dragged down from behind by Antonio Simmons. Over Alex Bars at left guard. And now it's 2nd down and 14. Kaiser rolling, pumping, still hanging in the pocket, and finally pitches it to Procise at the last second. But it's still 3rd down and long. Avoids one defender, and the pass is not complete.
Now the fact that someone was a free rusher, there's a good chance that maybe it was a hot, he might have missed a sight adjust or a hot.
Newsom's punt, not a very good one, a low one that Golden fields at the 44. He gets quickly in the Notre Dame territory inside the 40.
You do defensively.
3-time ACC Coach of the Year. Thomas begins this series with a pitch to Taquan Marshall, who turns the edge and gets a good gain and a 1st down. Ball at the 26. Thomas tucks it in. He's going to run it. Yes. Short of the 1st down. Somehow Justin Thomas leaves it in or takes it out. And the ball is loose here as Scove dives on it to recover for Georgia Tech.
Hand in. Watch Jalen coming from the top of the screen down the line, rips at the ball, number 9, and it's loose. That's one thing that would drive me crazy as a fullback, not knowing whether I'm going to get the handoff or not. Is he going to pull it? Is he going to give it to you?
You're getting a chance to rush on the edge. And nothing doing here for Thomas as he is swarmed over. And that'll bring up 4th down. Is that kind of confidence in his offense? Play clock down to 1, and Thomas is forced to call a TO. And they give it to the first man through, and he's got the 1st down at the Notre Dame 13. They give it to Scove again. He gets down close to the 11-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd down and 8. Thomas wheels to his right. The pitch was juggled by Taquan Marshall.
This pitch looks a little high and behind. This is unlike Georgia Tech. They've had a couple of bobbles, a strip ball. I believe Notre Dame's defense is speeding up the decision-making of the offense, and there've been a little bit of a few miscues.
That was a loss of 2, but what did Scove tell us they work out? On 3rd and 10, he's back to pass. Has time, going to the corner of the end zone. Incomplete. Games without attempting a field goal until now. And Butker is no good.
If they run the ball 4 times, he believes they'll get the 1st down.
So the Irish begin this drive at the 20, closing seconds of the 1st quarter with a 7-0 lead. Procise with more good yardage. Back for the start of the second quarter with Notre Dame leading Georgia Tech 7-0. The Irish faced with a 2nd down and 2 from their own 28-yard line. C.J. Prosise has remained in the game, although he walked off a little slowly after the last play. They fake it to him. They go to the far side, and this is Chris Brown picking up the 1st down for Notre Dame.
You can get picked and go the other way.
Did that bring up a flashback for you? Ball at the 33. 1st and 10. And here's sweeping to the near side is Torrey Hunter. Good gain for Torrey Hunter, brought down by Chris Milton. Gain of 8. Ball just across the 40-yard line. And 2nd and short. This is Kaiser, and this time he goes down.
No experience.
Kelly says Kaiser can run, but it's just a different kind of style. Not as electric as Zaire, and this is going to bring up 4th down as Tyler Marquardt. And so Notre Dame to punt it. And Jamal Golden back deep for Georgia Tech. Wheeling to his right and skidding to the turf at about the 17-yard line. Paul Johnson has ever been to Notre Dame Stadium for a game. As the Jackets take over at their own 17, trailing 7-0. And the pitch to the outside to Searcy. A great opening game against Texas. 2nd down and 5. Getting the 1st down is Scove, and that's what he can do best. Gets after last season. So outside of Justin Thomas, not a lot of guys coming back. Here he is down the center of the field, and he had a guy. He had Searcy with a step. Georgia Tech can lull you to sleep with the option and then go for the big one. Didn't work that time. 2nd down and 10. Thomas fakes the pitch and gets no further than the line of scrimmage. All the option puzzles so far big time. Just a 3.1 average per play. And here's Thomas running again, faking it, and getting across the 30. It's going to bring up 4th and long. Greer Martini.
Field tackle.
0 for 5 Georgia Tech is now on 3rd downs. 4th and 7. A flag comes in.
Ball start. 23, offense, 5 yards, still 4th down.
A little defensive there. I struck a nerve.
I love the move.
Oh, with this one off the side of the foot. Goes out of bounds at about the 45.
For you guys to have training camp here on a college campus and to really soak in that atmosphere.
Well, I think for a lot of years, we kind of did the same things all the time, but it's always nice to change the scenery a little bit and come down here. At least get away from town and just focus on hockey a little bit and enjoy events like this as well.
Sounds as loud.
How about Kaiser on that 13-yard scramble for a 1st down down to the Yellow Jacket 35 after this drive began at Georgia Tech's 48. There are the numbers for Kaiser, who's having for the most part a pretty smooth debut as a starter. We've got Josh Adams in the backfield for Notre Dame against C. Prosise is back out there on 2nd down and 7. And a quick flip to Will Fuller, and there's that speed. Finally dragged down at the 5-yard line. The ball came loose. And a flag comes in to stop it.
Ball start, offense, number 78, 5 yards, still 1st down.
So the ball moved back to the 10, 1st and goal. And the handoff to Prosise gets about 5-yard line on 2nd and goal from the 5. Josh Adams to the right of Kaiser. Fakes it to him, and Kaiser now improvising. Going to the end zone. Incomplete. He wanted Jones. Kaiser floating into the corner of the end zone. And is that picked off in the back corner there? That is DJ White. Anybody who watched the Irish last year knows they were plagued by turnovers down, especially the 2nd half of the season. Pitch from Thomas to Broderick Snoddy, and Snoddy cuts it back to the inside to pick up more big-time yardage and a gain of 17.
So far as to running the track meet last spring, so they're very happy to see him back in action.
And Georgia Tech across the 40. Patrick Scove up his sleeve now. Well, we know he doesn't have a play sheet. Everything is brought in the old-fashioned way. Here's the pitch to Snotty. He's got more first down yardage, and he is loose down the sideline. Trying to cut it back. He had one man to beat. Gets it all the way down to about the 10-yard line. Gain of 45.
Unnecessary roughness, number 45, hitting the quarterback. Half the distance to the goal. He added from the end of the run. First down.
So at the 10, it's first and goal at the 5 for Georgia Tech. 5.5 left in the first half, trailing just 7-0. The give up the middle to Scove, and he's got another touchdown on his.
It was a great answer by Georgia Tech.
So here's Butker, who missed a 30-yard field goal earlier to tie it up at 7. And Deshaun Kaiser, who gets ready to take over again. Butker's kick taken just outside the goal line by Carlisle. And Carlisle doesn't get to the 20. Stopped at about the 17, 18-yard line.
Corey Robinson had gone inside when he anticipated them going to the outside.
Here's Kaiser going to work, and it's incomplete. He wanted Chris Brown as we approach the 5-minute mark left in the opening half. And they keep it on the ground, and it's Procise, who maybe gets a yard. Got pressure from the backside, gets rid of it. Pass complete. Chris Brown close to the first down. Early part of the season by Will Fuller, but a big pickup there by Brown. And this 1st and 10 begins up the middle.
Right.
Josh Adams has some physical stature to him. 6'1", 212. They float it out to the far side of Corey Robinson, who gets it across the 30-yard line for the loss of 1 in the end zone. So on 3rd and long, Kaiser floating it up Will Fuller's way, belly for it, and he catches it.
Again, he's got his hands on Milton. Great coverage, stride for stride, ball in the air, just a little subtle push, and fade to the ball and pull it. It didn't get called.
On 3rd and long, it's a gain of 36, and here is Procise looking to turn the edge, and he does for a good gain.
Malik Zaire, very limited conversations. It seems like Brian Kelly's leaving him alone a bit. And interesting, he went right to Josh Adams, the running back, after that interception. He completely walked by.
Both from the state of Ohio, and Zaire watching him from the box. Floating it up, just throwing it away. 2nd down and 10 for Deshaun. Procise, left side, another good game. First down, he's reaching for the end zone. Touchdown!
Keep an eye on the slot receiver, Luatua, really a tight end out there in the slot to the left, staying on his block, gets the edge, and then Procise makes a guy miss and gets in the end zone. He's a big boy. They try to take him low, afraid of hitting him high, slips a tackle, reaches for the pylon. His toe may have been out of bounds around the 3.
Another look here, that left foot.
Yeah, this is a tougher angle. From this angle, it is going to look like he's on white all the way.
For sure conclusive, though?
No.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands.
He places it down, and Yoon is no good.
40, 50 yards out, but not on an extra point. He's just flat out pushing it right.
Justin Yoon, the top-rated kicker in the country. Again, Kyle Brunza, the most interesting to see what they do with 1:40 left from the 25. Can they eat up some clock, get it down there, and score? Trying to defend this offense, but so far, pretty good job by the Notre Dame defense. 2nd down and 10. That is Scove for maybe a couple. And again, Georgia Tech trying to convert its very first 3rd down of the game. Thomas in trouble. Flushed out, and he's not going to get out.
For Kaiser.
So Rodwell, who's had his problems playing, this is another low knuckler that C.J. Sanders is just going to have to get out of the way of and let roll and stop at the 30. So Rodwell got away with that one. Starts off at its 30. How aggressive do you get here with Deshaun Kaiser, Doug?
I think you turn him loose. You start with a conservative play call, maybe a screen, wide receiver screen, something to get the drive started. But turn him loose.
Oh, we got movement on the left side as Stanley and Nelson came out of their stance.
False start. offense. Number 78, 5 yards, still first down.
Doubling it up. Kaiser hanging in the pocket. And then throwing to the near sideline, and it's complete at the 39-yard line to Chris Brown. At the Irish 39. Kaiser looks left, and he's got his man at the 45, and the ball is loose as Alize Jones fumbled it. The ball is still loose down at the 33-yard line, and Georgia Tech has it. 47 seconds left. They've got one timeout. Pump fake by Thomas going down the sideline. A flag comes in as Kavari Russell was on the coverage of Ricky June.
June runs a nice double move, beats Russell for a second. Russell
Pass interference, defense, 15 yards, first down,
And
penalty
Russell-
zone number 6.
Russell can't believe it. Well, with a 1st and 10. Thomas right back, has some pressure, can't get out of it. Spun down for a big loss. It's about a 43-yard field goal attempt, but Butker missed from 30 earlier in the game, so they're going to try to pick up a big chunk here, and Thomas just throws it away, bringing up 3rd and long. Thomas wheeling, going to the end zone, incomplete. He wanted Taquan Marshall. Hold is good. Kick is hooking left and is no good. Okay. So Notre Dame is just going to take a knee. In fact, the last attempt that Butker had before the 30-yarder earlier in this 43 was that career-long 53-yarder, which sent it into overtime against Georgia last year as the Jackets went on to beat the Bulldogs in that game, but he's 0 for 2. So the Irish and Jackets play on here in the second half. A deeper inside look at the first half numbers. The 117 rushing yards by Georgia Tech, way below their average. And keep in mind that 48 of those came on a chunk by Broderick Snoddy, which set up the only Yellow Jackets touchdown. In the meantime, possession goes in favor of Notre Dame and all the rest of the numbers. But by and large, Doug, Tech pretty happy to be down by just 6 to enable Georgia Tech to come down the field and march that 80 yards toward their only score of the game.
Kaiser is a young guy. You worry about him after the interception. He was phenomenal. 6 of 8, 71 yards, led the 10-play, 82-yard drive after throwing an interception, so he knew how to respond.
Yeah, he bounced back. Newsome sends it Golden's way, and it'll come out to the 25 for Justin Thomas to begin the opening drive of the second half.
In to replace him, Dan.
Thank you, Catherine. Georgia Tech and Justin Thomas trying to get this spread option offense in gear. The keeper, the pitch, and turning the edge to the outside is Isaiah Willis. A 7 for Willis to start it off, and moving up front, that's Jerry Tillery coming in on the center, Freddie Burton.
Offside, defense number 99 made contact. The penalty 5 yards results in a first down.
And that's a little trickery there by Thomas. Good fake, and he drops the ball. That's loose, and there's Jalen Smith. Tackled just outside the 15-yard line.
Watch Jalen Smith right here. He's the one that ends up scooping it up. One-on-one in open space. Matthias Farley turned him back in. Jalen makes the tackle and strip. Ball's up. Jalen Smith off and running. In open space, I said it before, Justin Thomas, very difficult to contain. He does hold the ball loosely, something the Notre Dame coaches were thinking they might have an opportunity to punch it out, get the loose balls, and he's so aggressive in his running style, trying to make people miss that the ball can come out.
In pitches, and Notre Dame set up here in their opening series in great field position, but nowhere is C.J. Procise for any kind of yardage. Tyler Marquardt stopped him in his tracks. Second down and 10, a flag comes in, and there's more movement up front.
Before the snap, ball start, 78 offense, 5 yards, still second down.
That's the third. Kaiser rolling, got pressure from the back, just gets rid of it to Fuller just in time. He's short of the first down. The true freshman trying to give Notre Dame a bigger lead, and this time he bangs it right through. And Thomas, who committed the previous turnover for the Yellow Jackets, which enabled Notre Dame to get the field goal to take the 16-7 lead, and Thomas and company will start again at its own 25. Paul Johnson trying to get his quarterback and offense going here. Starts off with a pass here that is complete to Michael Summers. The pitch to Snoddy, looking to turn the corner, and gets no more than 2 or 3.
He's thinking situationally all the time.
Here's Thomas. Is he going to pitch? Yes, he'll go to the outside, and they'll get the first down with Searcy. There's steal mine, so he forgot about that. And up the middle, close to midfield, is Skov. Thanks gives his players an edge. 2nd down and 6. Justin Thomas keeps it. More first down yardage and 457-yard average, as the Jackets way below that, but try to add to it right now. Through the air, they get another rare completion. 2nd down and short, and it's Skov for the first down for Georgia Tech. He take it out of there if I want. And he does take it out of there this time, and he pitches it to the right side to Searcy. And on 2nd down and 7, he's behind Thomas. They fake to him, and Justin runs it for first down yardage. A flag is down as Justin Thomas runs into the end zone. But we'll wait and see what the flag is after Thomas scampered 23.
What a reaction, though, by Thomas.
Holding number 75 on the offense, 10-yard penalty for first down.
With the penalty, 2nd down and 17, and Thomas is no way he can escape. 16-7. Thomas, incomplete. 4th and long. He wanted Ricky June. Play on the ball. It will be a 49-yard field goal, and they haven't had much success in that department. Here is Thomas running for his life again and throwing across the middle, incomplete, and Notre Dame will take over. But a rough go last week in the win over Virginia. He was a little bit on pins and needles. This is C.J. Procyse getting swarmed over by the Jackets. Kaiser tosses it out to Chris Brown, tries to put a move on, but he's unable to escape the arms of Chris Milton. Kaiser goes to Chris Brown underneath, and Brown gets the first down, and Brown out to the Georgia Tech 45 before Milton finally brings him down. Gain of 20 for Chris Brown.
Chris Brown, inside receiver here, working against Austin. Just a quick out, nice rhythm throw on the move. It puts his foot in the ground and cuts up inside to turn it into a bigger gain. Great awareness, nice throw on the move.
Brown now the leading receiver with 6 for Notre Dame. This is Procyse again on the ground, so the Irish mixing it up with Deshaun Kaiser in his first start. Patrick Gamble on the stop for Georgia Tech. Quick hit inside the 40, complete to Nick Wisher. Stringing it out to his left and just dumps it over the middle, kind of went across his body. He wanted Fuller. It was a tough pass to complete.
Too many times
in your day. Most of the time I think it worked out. So Tyler Newsom trying to pin Georgia Tech back deep. This is Golden calling for the fair catch at his own 9-yard line. So mission accomplished by Newsom. Pins Georgia Tech back deep, and that's where they'll have the ball with just about 4 minutes left in the third. Big game in the starting role against this option attack of Georgia Tech. And now they start at their own 9-yard line, and there is the magician, Justin Thomas, getting big yardage all the way up across the 25 before Greer Martini stops him, but he gained 18. System wholeheartedly 100%. When he recruited him out of Alabama, there's the pitch outside to Searcy. And Searcy met by great pursuit again by Jalen Smith. Performance by the Notre Dame defense. Jalen Smith loving his new life this season all over the field, lining up as a pass rush edger. Thomas waving it, getting pressure from behind, and then just floating it out of bounds. Look at that, 11, 17, 14.
That distribution is awesome because you're taking away the dive, the quarterback, and then the pitch guy with the secondary good distribution of tackling. I anticipated the secondary having a lot of tackles.
Here's Thomas just running for his life, just throwing it, slinging it upfield, and it was almost captured out of midair there. Ryan Rodwell is getting a workout of sorts for the Georgia Tech punting unit. This one, another low-flying ball that Sanders comes up and retrieves on his own 35, and there's an example of that speed. Spins away at the 45, and now he's caught inside the 40. Even though it seems like Notre Dame has been dominating of sorts, Doug, just 9-point lead. Kaiser going to work over the middle. Torrey Hunter able to haul it in. A diving catch there. It's the first catch by Hunter in the game. And Notre Dame quickly at the 43-yard line of the Yellow Jackets. Procise inside the 40, moving the pile.
So Georgia Tech needs to stop here, keep it within 2 scores.
Out to Chris Brown, who's been rather active in this third quarter and diving for first down yardage, it would appear. Jamal Golden on the coverage, gain of 6 for Brown.
He works hard at everything.
Get his nose dirty. Kaiser the other way. And taking a big hit at the 25-yard line was Fuller. 20 of 28, showing some arm strength on some of these throws. This is Procise. Procise trying to turn the corner down to the 11-yard line. This time, Georgia Tech has the answer. Short gain for Procise. Dan Hicks, Doug Flutie, Catherine Tappan back for the start of the fourth quarter. 14th ranked Georgia Tech coming into Notre Dame Stadium to take on the 8th ranked Fighting Irish. Notre Dame with a 16-7 lead, with a 2nd and 4 on the Georgia Tech 6. So a good opportunity here, Doug. What's the call?
I would say you can get a first down at the 2-yard line. I would hammer the football 3 consecutive times to get that 1st and goal.
We've got the big tight end package here with Luatua, Wisher, and Alize Jones, and they do indeed keep it on the ground with Procise right up the middle, close to the goal line. No signal yet, but it's 1st and goal from inside the 1, and Kaiser trying to get in for the score, and no indication here either. Procise, this time, touchdown. Notre Dame, but a flag is down.
Offside, defensive line. That penalty will be declined. Touchdown.
Inside, and it's a 23-7 game, opening seconds of the fourth quarter, as Georgia Tech is going to get its latest chance here early in the fourth. This is Jamal Golden trying to give Justin Thomas and company good field position, and he will. Golden with a flag coming down, gets it across the 30. Devin Butler on the special teams tackle for the Irish.
During the return, holding, receiving team, 10-yard penalty, first down.
Penalty tacked on begins this drive at its own 17, trying to establish that rhythm that we really haven't seen very often today. Kind of getting everybody ready to go against Georgia Tech. Thomas with the pitch, and Snoddy kind of loses his balance across the 20. Matthias Farley on the stop after a gain of 3. Play clock down to 1, and Thomas, like we saw a couple of times in the first half,
timeout.
Forced
Offense.
to call
First charge.
another timeout. With that touchdown by Scove in the second quarter, and they have been blanked since. Faced with this 3rd down and 7 at their own 20. Thomas slings it complete. Big gain to Quay Searcy. And he picks up the first down. It is a big key one that sets up Georgia Tech across the 35. And on the ground up the middle is Scove.
Superiority beats theory. He's saying if you just have tremendous athletes,
that can kind of mix things up, no doubt. There's Thomas on the run, and he wanted Ricky June incomplete, and that'll bring a third down and long, and another big one. Timeout again by Thomas. He's going to try to keep it. Nowhere to go for Thomas. Ball gets loose. It's picked up by Searcy, and it is a bigger loss all the way inside the 30. Sheldon Day putting a smile on Van Gorder's face. On 4th and 16, that was a loss of 9. And the Ryan Rodwell punt this time is a good one. Driving Sanders back. And so Georgia Tech kind of flips the field position here as Notre Dame will begin just outside its own 15. But that is exactly what the Notre Dame defense has done. And Deshaun Kaiser with a chance here to eat up some clock. Doug up 23-7, but he's going to go down with a deep ball to start this one off, looking for Chris Brown. And here's Procise already with a couple of touchdowns. That ball tipped and caught by Brown.
no safety help. Everybody was blitzing. He had to get rid of the ball.
So on 4th and 3, this is a nice punt by Tyler Newsome. God, he's got a big leg and he drives Golden back to the 21. But another good return by Golden. But an excellent punt by Tyler Newsome, 53 yards to put Georgia Tech in business just short of its own 40. And Thomas will fake and look to score big downfield. He's got a man, but unable to connect into even more of a physical specimen this season. On 2nd down and 10, Thomas pitches it out, and they're going to get no more than 1 yard. Broderick Snoddy wrapped up by multiple Irish defenders. To Justin Thomas on 3rd and 9. Got to go to the air again. Thomas incomplete. He wanted June, and that was Kavari Russell who got a hand on it.
He's on a sprint out trying to run a curl route with a great corner covering.
Ryan Rodwell, again, not a very good punt, but it does take a Yellow Jacket hop. And out of bounds at about the 13-14 yard line. How's that for timing? You got Kelly in the quarterback room in the Patriots facility with Tom Brady. And this is Procise, who's brought down to the turn.
He lost the whole spring of football sitting and watching that go on.
2nd down and 5. The fake to Procise, and there goes Kaiser. A flag flies in. After Kaiser rambles for 13.
Holding, number 78 offense, 10-yard penalty, still 2nd down.
Boy, on all his own read, once the quarterback keeps the ball, it's nice and clean.
So now it's 2nd down and 15. Ball backed up to the 9-yard line, and they give it to Procise again, and he bails him out. First down for Procise, and now is anybody going to catch him? The workhorse for Notre Dame on the ground is going to add to his total and score his 3rd of the game. 91 yards. Justin Yoon to make it a 30-point Notre Dame offensive output with 7 minutes left. And it has been all this.
Check out the right side. Elmer 79, McGlinchey 68 on the right side. This is a kid that was a wide receiver last year playing slot. Just wanted a little test in the spring and let him carry the ball a few times to see what they had. And he's dynamic. Wide receivers now downfield. We saw Will Fuller earlier making a block. Here's another one. Torrey Hunter getting a piece, and they're all helping out. They know that C.J. Procise, if he gets to the 2nd level, can take it all away. They stay on their blocks. He hits the crease and goes.
That's 6 feet, 220 pounds going down the field, out racing everybody. Greg Bryant left the school, had some academic problems and some discipline problems, left, Here's Marcus Marshall returning for Georgia Tech. And then you had the injury to Tarian Fulton. Well, how about this? You know, with this opportunity, Notre Dame up 30-7. Brandon Wimbush, you got to get this guy some reps, right, Doug? And it looks like he's going to come in the next series, the true freshman. As Clinton Lynch carries it along the right side, Kavari Russell runs him out. Electric orchestrator of the offense on this day. Flags come in on 2nd and 2.
False start. 86 offense. 5 yards. Still 2nd down.
16 straight games of 200-plus rushing yards. Longest active streak in the FBS. Total today 175. So back in jeopardy. And again, this is a Georgia Tech team.
They can match up with anyone and run this offense extremely well. This is a heck of an effort by this Notre Dame defense today.
There's Scove, who picks up the 1st down. Defense after what happened last week in Charlottesville. With a nice pass by Thomas to June.
He had a stint with UMass a while ago.
For the Irish. Show you that right after the 2nd and 4 play by Georgia Tech. Seen a lot of this today. Thomas running for his life and just slinging out of bounds, bringing up 3rd down. There's Brandon Wimbush getting some last second warm-ups here as Georgia Tech is short of the 1st down. That'll bring up 4th down and about a yard.
Game last year, they want to get back.
4th and 1, got to go for it. And they get it.
So Wimbush is over.
So hopefully, obviously, we hope Kaiser stays healthy and Brandon Wimbush remains the backup, and the ball juggles around, and guess who's out there in that activity? Jalen Smith running downfield. So Wimbush waiting for a potential opportunity here to get some action. Georgia Tech rolling one out to the left side inside the 30 for a good game.
And even his rushing numbers way down, it's just an exceptional job defensively for Notre Dame.
Incomplete as Thomas went to the near side, intended for Antonio Messick. Get some more unknown calls on his cell phone, right? Everybody wants to get to know the Notre Dame quarterback, right?
That routine keeps you from getting nervous.
And 3rd and 6, a timeout called by Notre Dame. 8th-ranked Notre Dame getting ready to move to 3-0. Kind of a difficult season to figure out, Doug. They blow out Texas at home, then they have the scare in Charlottesville last week, and then they dominate the Georgia Tech team, which has dominated opponents dating back to the stretch of last season. This is Scove going in for the touchdown for Georgia Tech, his 2nd of the game. As the Yellow Jackets going for 2 here.
If Van Gorder was acting the way he did after a 4th down stop.
The pitch to Lynch, and they tack on another 2. It's a little onside action here for Georgia Tech, you would assume. Butker trying to get the ball back here with 48 seconds left, and did they get it? It looks like they did. Georgia Tech is going to have the football. So the Yellow Jackets here at the 43, down by 15. Need a quick strike, and they get one down there on the far sideline to Clinton Lynch. Play clock down to 1. Thomas just gets it off. He does go for the end zone and trying to hang on at the goal line for the touchdown. It's Brad Stewart with 40 seconds left.
After review, the receiver did not complete the process of the catch. It's an incomplete pass.
He's got to complete to Scove. He's got already a couple of touchdowns. Why not another one? To get within 8 and then try another onside and see what happens. So that's Butker in for the extra point. Go to the other side this time. There's some contact there as the ball is at there, the 45-yard line. And Notre Dame this time able to get on it for the recovery. And Paul Johnson, who kept sending in players with more plays. Kneel down and that will do it. Notre Dame, after that miracle win orchestrated by DeShone Kizer in the final drive a week ago, makes his first start at Notre Dame and makes it a winning start as the Irish, 8th ranked, move to 3-0 with a 30-22 win.